Gonna be a short one today. Hey everyone, welcome to Prince of the Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with the MilkkyMelodies video. Let me see if I can get this title right, because it's a notable one. Emily Fallen Angel song I'd Fall Again, Has Been Hotel Animatic. Okay. So, right off the bat, if you've watched my content for a notable amount of time here, you may have seen I've reacted to Has Been Hotel fan songs in the past, and I don't tend to be a fan of them. For one reason or another, I just don't like them. And it's nothing against the artists, it's nothing against animators for any animatics that are included or whatnot. It's just, I personally don't like them. Music is subjective, and not every song is going to work for everyone. And I think part of it may come down to the style. Like, if we're being honest here, like, YouTube music has a very specific style to it. And a lot of the times it's very different than, like, music you'd hear, for lack of a better term, in the wild, on the radio. Music you'd hear just in public, from a pop star, or a rock band, or a rapper, etc., etc. The music you hear on YouTube usually has a very specific sound. It's the same kind of way in that people say that Christian music sounds very specific. Like, you can tell if a song is a Christian band, even if the lyrics aren't like very explicitly Christian. You can tell because of the way the song sounds. And it's the same thing with YouTube music. Even if the lyrics aren't like explicitly talking about some kind of fandom or game or whatever else, you can usually tell because it's a very specific kind of sound. It's hard to explain, at least for me. But like I said, YouTube music tends to sound in a very specific way. And the point I'm getting at with that is that it sounds like YouTube music. It doesn't sound like just music. It sounds like it's something made specifically for the platform and doesn't really fit in with just your everyday songs that you hear. As such, a lot of it can come across as very forced and fake and unnatural. And again, it's not necessarily an issue with the artist or anything. It's a style that seems to, I don't know if it's through the music being done on computers more than with actual instruments. I don't know if it's just the culture surrounding it. I don't know. But it always kind of gives off that feeling, that vibe. And some songs work with this. There's a lot of artists who are really great with this, such as Living Tombstone. There's a lot of songs that are really great with this. Like, there's certain songs by like DA Games or Oreo that really work with this style. They undoubtedly still adhere to this style, to this vibe, but they make it work where others, in my opinion at least, don't. And of course, like I said, it's all subjective. So it's like each song is going to be a different experience. Each song is not going to necessarily be bad, but it also won't necessarily work. It's just going to be a case-by-case basis. But the difference here is that I have not heard a Has Been Hotel fan song that I've liked. With one exception. And I almost don't count it as a fan song. The one exception, the one Has Been Hotel YouTube song that I've liked is, I think it's called like Thanks and Goodbye or something like that. I almost don't consider it a fan song because it's sung by all of the original voice actors from the pilot. I think it was put together by Black Griffin, who was the singing voice of Alistair in the pilot, and all of the VAs or at least a lot of them, most of them, return to reprise their roles for the song. And it's all the pilot VAs prior to the voice actors changing for the main series. And again, it's hard to kind of count that as a fan song when it's the actual, talent singing it. Even if it isn't an officially made song for the pilot or the series. So it automatically has a very different vibe than any of the others because of that. But it also just, sounds different. It doesn't sound like a full, professional level song. It still sounds like a YouTube song, but it sounds like it fits more within the realm of the show, or at least the pilot's version of the series, which is, I guess, intentional. So, yeah. That's the only Has Been Hotel fan song I've actually liked that I've heard. But we're going to see if this one changes my mind on that. So I don't really know the artist MilkkyMelodies at all. Never really heard of them. So I don't know what to expect in terms of style, genre, anything like that. And I'm just hoping that this is entertaining to me. Now, the song title alone is already implying something that I'm just not a huge fan of. I don't typically like the entire theory crafting side of fandoms because it comes across as I don't know how to put it. I want to say desperate, but the thing is, what are they desperate for? Just for their, I guess, their theories to become true. But I don't like it. I don't like crafting all these theories, and I tend to avoid it even for myself when I can. There are occasions where I will do it, but for the most part I try to avoid it because I don't enjoy it. I don't like it, and I don't like when a big popular theory becomes true either. And I can't, and I know that may be oh, that's just a me thing, and it's just, it's kind of dumb and everything. And I will agree to that, but I don't like it when a popular theory becomes true because then it just seems like it was too easy to predict. And predictability, as I've said in the past, is not necessarily a bad thing. But some of these theories are built around mysteries with the show and things that should be kept a little more vague. If they're too easy to predict, then what's the point? I'll give you a huge example here. The identity of Toby in Naruto. And this is well past the point where I have to worry about spoiling people. This series has been out for a long time. Toby's identity was revealed a long, long time ago. So, if you somehow just don't want to know, or don't know and don't want to know, skip ahead a minute or two. But like I said, with how long this has been out and how long that reveal had been out, I think most, if not everyone, knows it by now. But just as a warning. Okay, y'all gone? Good. So, everyone, pretty much instantly, when Toby first appeared, and I'm talking in the manga, not just in the anime, pretty much everyone guessed that it was Obito. Everyone guessed, everyone was excessively confident on it, and it's because of the name. Because the name is basically just Obito with the letters switched around, and I think one letter is missing. Yeah, there's one O missing. And it's really, really bad that was guessed, because the problem is that was meant to be a mystery. Toby's identity was meant to be a mystery. It was meant to be this big surprise when it was revealed. everyone already knew it because of the name. And Kishimoto, the author of Naruto, has tried to say, like, oh, but that's not what the name was supposed to be based on and everything. Um, the name meant something else and everything with, I guess, the Japanese language. I don't know I don't remember exactly what it was, but um, it really doesn't matter what the name's intent was. If it's still that fucking close, people are going to guess that. You really could have come up with something better. It was a really bad writing decision, and it was just way too obvious for something that was supposed to be a mystery. And that's why the theory community can often annoy me, because some things that should be a mystery, too many people are trying to figure out because, they don't care about finding things out as they watch. They want to know everything ahead of time. It's the same reason why spoilers are so rampant everywhere, and people just don't care about spoiling others. Because they think everybody's going to look up all this information beforehand, everybody's going to know the titles of every episode beforehand, everyone's going to know what happens in every episode beforehand. And it's just like, no, some of us like to be spoiler free when we go into the series. And but the point is, the title of this makes it sound like it's just like it's just that theory about like Emily's going to become a fallen angel like Vaggie, and it's probably going to be like based on where season 1 left off, connected to somehow Serpentius's redemption, and just everything about that. It's like I'm sick of hearing these theories as it is, and I really hope the series doesn't go that obvious of a route. I would really love to see otherwise. But I'm hoping at least the song is good. If the subject matter annoys me, I guess we'll see. And sorry for these pre-thoughts being so long when the actual reaction is going to be pretty short because it's just the video. But I needed to ramble a little bit about this, and I feel like it was the right video to do so on for obvious reasons. So let's just get into this and hope that at least the song is good, like I said. Cutting in here real quick to remind you of all the awesome content we have on the channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions with 2 on Wednesday. We also have movie reactions every Saturday and Sunday. I do pre-record them during the week, but I upload them on the weekend. And don't forget all the gaming content we have both on this channel and the Secondary Princess of Gaming channel. We have Horizon Forbidden West every other day and Baldur's Gate 3 every single day on this channel, while we also have Nier Automata every Saturday on the other. And don't forget to click the link down in the description below to get to today's reaction. I redirected just due to copyright reasons. And finally, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you want to see more awesome content such as this. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get on to the reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So this is exactly what I thought it was going to be, like, no surprises whatsoever. It's exactly the theories that have been, like, floating around everywhere and are just, like, so boring and unoriginal, honestly, in my opinion. And I really hope this show doesn't go this route. I don't want Emily to be a fallen angel. If anything, I want Sarah to fucking see through I can't speak. Through Serpentius being redeemed, I want Sarah to see that she's been wrong this entire time. I want her to be able to be redeemed, honestly enough. That would be a much better result, because it would be, I guess, less expected. It would be the one that people just don't apparently see coming. Because everyone seems to think it's going to go this way, with Emily becoming a fallen angel like Vaggie and Lucifer. Although, this is something I want to talk about. Vaggie and Lucifer's looks did not change. I mean, Lucifer, I guess we don't technically know, but from everything we do know, there's no evidence that his appearance changed when he became a fallen angel. Vaggie's appearance didn't change. Like, she grew her hair out, she has a different outfit, but her actual look didn't change. And hell, even when she got her wings back in season 1, it's like they're the same wings. They're not like hell versions of wings. And this is something I see a lot through fan art and stuff. And it's like, okay, so Emily, especially with Emily, because that's the main like fallen angel idea that the fans like to throw around. It's like they always like make her wings darker, or remove them altogether, make her clothes darker, change her hairstyle, like, and it either always comes natural or is like this progressing thing. And here, it's a progressing and natural thing. Some of it's like her own choice, cutting her hair, her own choice, the nail color, her own choice. But it's like her clothes and stuff are like seem to naturally be changing. Her wings naturally change. Like her eyes, and it's like there's no evidence of this happening. Why is this like a thing in the fandom? There's no evidence that this occurs. In fact, there's more evidence that it doesn't. I think the reason why the fandom likes to do this is because kind of the opposite has occurred with Serpentius. With him being redeemed and entering heaven, his look has very slightly changed. Mostly his outfit, like turning white and gold and stuff, as is shown in the video here. And the difference here is that Serpentius is a sinner who was redeemed and became I think they're just called winners, which is dumb as fuck, by the way. It's so dumb. It just is. But Emily, from the best of our knowledge, she's a seraphim. She is a heaven-born being. She's not a winner. Why would her look change? Both Vaggie and Lucifer are heaven-born. They weren't winners. So their looks didn't change. The only reason Serpentius' look changed is because he was a sinner who became a winner. Rather, he wasn't hellborn. So it's a completely different situation, and it makes no sense to me that people act like her look would change. It's like, no, she wouldn't. She would look exactly the same. She might get a different outfit, but that's literally it. Oh. And I know some of this stuff that bothers me doesn't bother other people, just like some stuff that bothers other people doesn't bother me. It's all opinion. It's all subjective. But it's like, here, it's just like, that kind of stuff is a little annoying to me because it just doesn't make sense to me. And I'm just not a fan of this concept. Like I said, I think it would make more sense, be more thematically fitting, if Sarah did end up changing her mind. And then both Sarah and Emily were allies to our heroes down below. That would be a lot better. But like maybe Sarah has to pretend to be otherwise. Like she has to like hide that she's switched sides because of maybe someone above her. That would be a lot more interesting than any fallen angel plotline. We don't need another fallen angel plotline. We already have Vaggie. It would just be repetitive and redundant at this point to just do it with Emily as well. We don't need it. We have Vaggie, we have Lucifer. We don't need another fallen angel. And on top of that, let's talk about the song, because I was talking about that in the pre-thoughts, how I feel like most YouTube songs like have the same sound or vibe, or you get the idea to them. And this one is definitely no different. It sounds like a YouTube song. If I heard this just blind, I would know it was a YouTube song. And that's even if I didn't have the context of what it was about. Because it just sounds like a YouTube song. It doesn't sound like a song you would hear on the radio, ever. And again, that's nothing against, I guess, MilkkyMelodies. That's nothing against the artist here. It's just, it's a specific style, almost a genre in its own right, that just, it doesn't, like, fit with commercial music. It is a specific type of music that is on a specific platform, and it works for that specific platform. As for my thoughts on like the quality of the song, it's very meh. Nothing about it stands out, nothing about it is that good, but it's not bad. The song itself is just very meh, it's very mediocre, very milquetoast. It's bland, in my opinion. And again, it's all subjective, it's all just whatever your opinion on it is. But that is mine, and I'm allowed to not like things. But like I said, I didn't hate this one, if that's any consolation. I just thought it was extremely bland. The beat, the sound, everything about it, nothing really stood out as unique or creative or anything special. It it kind of bored me, if I'm honest. And the animatic style for the video, the art was very good. I will praise the art and animatic styling of this video. That was great. Even if I'm not a huge fan of the subject matter, the actual art and everything was fantastic. But the song itself wasn't my thing, I guess you could just say. Just wasn't for me. But, like I said, all subjective. So if you like this, that's perfectly fine. If you like this, these kind of theories and stuff, perfectly fine. You're allowed to, and I'm not going to try to tell you otherwise. But I'm also not going to hide my own opinions. I'm not going to sugarcoat it if I don't like something, or why I don't like something. So just keep that in mind. For anything in the future, if I end up reacting to something you really love, just keep in mind, if I'm hating on it, it's because of my personal opinions towards it. You're still allowed to love it. I'm not going to try and, like, stop you from doing so. I'm just sharing my thoughts. So if you have any thoughts about this video in particular, let me know down in the comments below. Also, I think I forgot to say that this is a donation reward for Venom. Sometimes I forget to, like, actually, like, say that stuff, and I hate it. It's not intentional. But yeah, this was a donation reward for Venom, so thank you to Venom for donating for this. But yeah, I guess we'll just see how things go in the future. Let me know your thoughts, and for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.